What's the significance of that, Gaurav? The fact that you've got the idol on display for everyone to see, at least those who are in the Mandir right now, and these pictures are with us. Earlier, the hands were covered. They've removed that, and only the eyes now remain covered. What's the significance of that?
So the belief is, and when I was speaking to Acharya Satyendra Das, the chief priest, the chief Purohit of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple, and remember, he's the one who's lived with Lord Ram, served Lord Ram for the past 30 years plus, when Lord Ram was in that makeshift broken down tent, and when Lord Ram goes to that magnificent palace and temple of his. So the belief is, at between 12:20 and 1 p.m, when that mantrocharan takes place, and those mantras will be whispered in the ears of Lord Ram, and then Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we are told, he will remove that cloth and the Lord's eyes. That's the time pran pratishtha, or pran, or life, comes into that idol, and that's the time that idol becomes a living deity, a living god, and that moment there will be a mirror, at least that's what we've been told, a pratibimb, because the oj, the tej in that idol will be so much that the world will not be able to see it, and that is why Lord himself will see how magnificent, how divine Lord looks. And we are told that the belief is, we do not know, the belief is that even the mirror cannot take that intensity and cracks. After that, the Prime Minister will apply kajal to Lord's eyes with a golden pencil, and then darshan will begin. So that entire pran pratishtha ceremony will take place between 12:20 p.m. and 1 p.m. on the 22nd. Then the manobhav of the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the Prime Minister of India, the RSS Chief, and Mahant Nritya Gopal Das, the chairman of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra, he will ultimately bless, Mahant Nritya Gopal Das will bless all who've been there. The Prime Minister will express his thoughts to all the Ram Bhakts and all the people who are here, that a 5-century long wait of Sri Ram Bhakts and Sanatan Dharma followers is finally coming to an end. And then devotees can go down this road where I'm standing for the darshan, because there are two roads. One belief is Akshita, and you've been here, you've reported from Ayodhya. The belief is you first go and pray to Lord Hanuman, take his blessings, and then go and pray to Lord Ram to have all that you want fulfilled.
Very true. And the city of Ayodhya clearly geared up. I can hear all the music around you. Gaurav, the idol is there. Ram Lalla is in his abode. But also explain to us, Gaurav, as we talk more about the picture of that idol that we have accessed, you explain to us the significance of the Ram Lalla's idol's eyes being closed right now. What about the fact that, this is about 51 inches tall. Now, the other Ram Lalla idol, who's been there for decades, who's seen the struggle for this temple, is also going to be beside this idol in the Garbhagriha. And that idol is much smaller, if I'm not wrong, but he's going to be placed in the Garbhagriha.
It's again a very beautiful thought. And when you listen to the Mahant Acharya Satyendra Das ji, Acharya Satyendra Das was the priest when that disputed structure came down to protect Lord Ram, who's a child god. He jumped in there, picked up that idol, picked up whatever he could. Ramji's utensils, his food, his clothes, they're all kept in that makeshift temple. He picked up whatever he could, and he ran out as that disputed structure came out. And he has tears in his eyes when he says that he cradled the Lord in his arms, protecting him as best as he could. Or he says, Lord Ram, used me as the medium that time. So that idol, from that point of time, remains in that makeshift temple behind us, the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple behind us. It's a very small idol. I've been blessed and privileged to have got darshan there multiple times in the past so many decades. And when you go there for darshan, and because the crowds are huge that come for darshan, you can barely see the Lord's eyes. It's a very intense feeling, no doubt. And then you move on. You get precisely between 30 to 45 seconds when you're there, Akshita, and then you move on. Now the hope is that with this bigger idol, you look at that smaller idol in the Garbhagriha because you are emotionally connected to it, and then newer generations will have that same emotional connect, not just with this idol, but also with that grand idol, that 51-inch tall idol that is there at the Garbhagriha. So the feeling is all of that now comes together. The old idol and the new idol both at the Garbhagriha.
That's how the Sanctum Sanctorum will look.